Welcome back, I'm DRN, and this is Mechabellum, a 1 vs 1 auto battler with giant mechs blasting each other to bits with rockets and lasers. We're going into this week's tournament. I've had a week off, so I'm a little bit rusty, and there was a balance patch 2 days ago, so we've got quite a bit to relearn. Here we go, we're going up against a name that I cannot read, and he hasn't played anyone I'm familiar with. Okay, let's do this. Ooh, choices. Quick supply with 1,000,000 phoenixes. Rhino, speed, elite. I'll be honest, none of these are jumping out at me as great. I normally look for tanks with chaff or snipers, but early phoenixes can be quite good. They force your opponent to go anti-air or lose. So let's go with a quick supply specialist. Will give us good tempo, but not much scaling. Right, good manners cost us nothing, and it gives us a little bit of time to think. Ooh, lots of chaff clear with tanks and arc lights, but no anti-air. If he's playing standard, he'll go Fang next, to give him both chaff and anti-air. Let's double check, what specialist is he playing? Ooh, supply specialist, so he can afford phoenixes of his own, and he's going to outscale us with the extra 50 gold every turn. If he goes Fang, then tanks of our own or even Mustangs would be good here, possibly even Stormcallers, but we'd only be able to buy one set because it costs 50 to unlock. So I think we're going to play the heavy phoenix opener where we go 4 sets of phoenixes. Get them set up early and then get some experience on them. Doesn't feel great though. If he goes phoenixes of his own or even snipers, we're going to get scuppered. It's a bit tricky. Normally I come into a game with a plan already set in my mind of roughly how I'm going to open, but we're well off the beaten path here when we've got the extra 200 gold to spend, and our opponent has neither chaff nor anti-air, so I don't really have a clear direction to lean into. Probably my fault for having so much time off. We just need to brush these cobwebs away and get our confidence back. Let's do it, phoenixes all the way. I'm going to set up for standard and then we'll build chaff clear next round. Phoenixes move at the same speed as crawlers do, so you can guarantee their safety just by having them a little bit further back from the start of the crawlers. If we need to adjust the timings, then we can just take extra speed in our crawlers with Mechanical Rage or Subterranean Blitz. Or if our crawlers are dying too much and our phoenixes are too far forward, then we'll just give them range. Ooh, 1 set of Mustangs, okay. That was not what I expected, I'll be honest. I guess they kind of fill the chaff roll slightly, but they're mostly just anti-air. And because they're behind the tanks, well, our phoenixes are going to have a field day popping tanks and arc lights for free. But look at how fast our crawlers are evaporating. He's got so much chaff clear with both the arc lights and the tanks together. So right now it's all about these Mustangs, how fast they kill our phoenixes and how fast they die to our phoenixes. We need to take the enemy tower and get the debuff across all their units to do a lot less damage. Couldn't quite save that last phoenix though. But we're comfy now, we're going to win this easily. But unfortunately this was our big advantage turn where we had 200 extra gold and he only had 50. We didn't exactly win by as much as I'd like, we need more chaff clear and frontline, which ideally would be tanks of our own. Ooh, units. I was hoping for items because then we could skip and get the 50 we need for unlocking sledgehammers. I think this is going to be a Stormcaller pickup for us. Sabertooth is tempting me though, they were buffed this week in Thursday's balance patch, but I've not had a lot of success with them, I'll be honest. Wasp would lose to his Mustangs, and the snipers we've already got the roll filled with phoenixes. He'll probably take the snipers though. So we'll take the Stormcallers and go without a front line for this turn. Which feels a bit rough, but we'll have to do what we have to do. I'll be honest, I hate Stormcallers. They're less of a threat now there's more answers to them. They're long range, unreliable and annoying, putting fire on the board to kill chaff and EMPing giants that can't use their abilities. And Mass Stormcaller is horrific to play against. It forces you to go aircraft, which are then super vulnerable to marksmen with anti-air. Right, let's see what he's thinking. Yep, went the snipers and bought some fangs, okay. He is running anti-air but not assault marksman. Standard upgrades for his arc lights, nothing special. Ooh, link tanks, that's rare. And damage, ooh, that's an unusual mix. Let's see what our Stormcallers are doing. Better on the left than the right because we've got this extra set of crawlers coming in. Oh, tell a lie. Massive volley here on the right. Decimates his entire standing tank and Mustang line. Lack of chaff is coming back to haunt him. We've just got this sniper to deal with now. Can we save the Phoenix? No. Oh well, that was a better turn at least. He's going to realise he's lacking chaff though, and probably try and distract our Stormcallers with some crawlers. Right, let's see what we get. It's either speed, orbital bombard, or senior manufacturing. Do I see myself buying 2 or more giants this game? Not really. So speed or bombard? Constant invisible power or a burst of big obvious power? I'm thinking the bombard. But then if he takes senior manufacturing, he's got 2 scaling advantages over us. But we've got great Phoenix coverage, so I don't think he wants to go too many giants. Yeah, bombard for sure. Let's drop some rocks. Slightly in front of his snipers and arc lights, they walk into it. Right, let's get our level up, double the stats, half the price, can't say fairer than that. And then we just need some chaff clear, really, and we've got 450, which is perfect. Unlock tanks and get 2 sets of tanks. The later into the game you buy your tanks, the less effective they are, because they're just an early game unit, really. But we're still pretty early games, they'll do fine for us. There we go, position them a little bit to the side, because he's got midline snipers. If I was him, I'd do a missile here, but the crawler should catch it. Let's see what he's thinking. Ooh, more chaff and more snipers, okay. And he's gone for assault fangs, ooh, interesting. I find them quite weak with the range loss, but the extra move speed is quite handy for staying in lockstep with other units. Ooh, I could have done better bombard, I think. I should have just gone for one side. The midline is not much but air. That was silly. I was thinking about the snipers that he was showing to us, but I forgot he's probably going to buy more. If we dropped the bombard on one side over the other, we could have taken a whole tower by now. Tanks have done good though, we've crushed his front line. Nice, good round. Even with a weak bombard, we absolutely annihilated him. Half his health, he's going to be feeling the pressure. Ooh, 800 to spend. Can't really protect these phoenixes from storm. I guess we could take the shield upgrade on them. That's a big commitment just to dodge one storm. I mean, it'd still be useful versus the snipers though. We've just bombarded him, so he's almost guaranteed to put some shields down. So storm will be less effective for us here. I'm going to skip. I think we need the money. The storm's not great for us here, and he's more likely to pick it in retaliation. So shields and our phoenix will be good here. And that's a lot of upgrades for them. And then, I think we just need another set of tanks in the midline. And some more chaff, maybe. Ooh, could we flank? It won't really achieve much. It'll pull the Mustangs sideways, but they won't actually kill them. Is it still worth it? Just thinking how to attack it. We could drop crawlers and an arclight, but that would be a next turn play, not a this turn play. Oh, almost forgot, we had an undefended corner. Ooh, we could have been flanked ourselves. Good thing we noticed. Don't forget to unlock a unit, and let's see what he's thinking. Range arclights, anti-missile devices. Ooh, I like it. So now his arclights won't be standing inside his tanks, so the Stormcrawlers have a harder time killing them. Hopefully we win this round and destroy those anti-missile devices, or we're going to be in trouble. But notice how the range on the arclights has made them have very similar range to his snipers, which is a little bit bad, because then our Stormcrawlers hit both at once. Well, they would do if the anti-missile devices weren't shooting down all our rockets right now. We just have to be patient and wait for them to start missing as the round goes on. Right, there we go, we've done well. Go on, kill that anti-missile device, yes! That's 100 gold wasted for him. And the next one, perfect, what a round. That's money in the bank for us. So our board is always going to be 200 gold stronger than his. Slowly chipping away at his health. One more good round and it's over. Ooh, nuke, is that just what the doctor ordered to end the game? He's at such low health though, he's guaranteed to shield for it. So then are we greedy? Do we skip the nuke and try and outvalue him? If he takes the nuke, then he wins this round, but we win the game straight after. Ooh, I don't know. Do we nuke for the tempo right now, or do we just try and outscale and outvalue our opponent? It's too late in the game for supply specialist to pay itself off. Absorption module doesn't really suit any of our units. I'm going to do the Mustang production. Let's get a fortress. Put him down here on our strong side. Give him the Mustang production. Upgrade you. 100 left over. Let's protect our new fortress with some fangs. There we go. If he nukes us, we win the game. Yeah, these arclights are all a little bit too close together with these snipers. We can punish this with a cheeky missile. He's going to have to take range on his snipers, and they're still vulnerable to javelins and orbital bombards. Nice! There's the shield we expected, and he's rebought the anti-missile devices. So that's another 300 gold in our pocket. And it didn't even stop the missile, but the fangs did catch it. So it's not quite the big win that I was hoping for. Right, he's got a lot of Mustangs now, so I'm thinking either fire on the Stormcrawlers, or maybe even just splash on the Stormcrawlers so we hit a bigger area. Or just millions more tanks with mechanical rage, so they shoot faster. Ooh, we're losing this one. I'm not sure how. It must be the extra damage from those Mustangs, combined with his shield and anti-missile devices soaking a lot of our damage. Yeah, he's just overwhelmed us with just sheer weight of numbers. We couldn't kill it all fast enough. We need an answer to these Mustangs. Maybe he saw my video from a few days ago where I said Mustangs are the worst unit in the game, and he's trying to prove us wrong by using them to beat us. I've angered the Mustang stan. He's their biggest fan and he's out for blood. He won't rest until we're beaten and buried in the ground. Ooh, new free units. He's just seen us show a fortress, so I'm thinking he's going to take the Scorpion himself, so I think we have to match it and take a Scorpion as well. Put him here. And then I think we need another fortress, and probably even another Scorpion. And because we're expecting a mirror match, we're going to put range on our Scorpions. Those won't help us with the Mustang problem, but I'm hoping to nip that in the bud by putting armor on our fortresses. Nice. It's becoming my signature tech on fortresses. Super tanky, bulletproof forts. I like it. So we've pushed plus 200 and taken temporary range, because this could be a game-deciding round for us. Okay, let's see what moves he's making. Elite Sniper's okay. That's quite clever. It gives them extra range and extra damage. I think from level 3 onwards it's very worthwhile, as long as they're not already one-shotting everything they shoot at. Oh, and he picked the Scorpion like we expected, and he's put it facing off against our first fortress, so I'm glad we came prepared for the mirror matchup. There's a very forward marksman right here. He's crying out for a missile or a javelin to pop all 3 of them. But we'll also need to block what they're shooting at with some fangs. Our Scorpions are taking bite-sized chunks out of his armor with every shot, loving it. Whoa. Scorpions are just brutal. But the ultimate punish if someone doesn't have enough chaff. You just get to smash through their armor with glowing hot plasma. Nice. We need this fortress to survive for another summon? No, not quite. Oh, he did? Nice. More value from summoning those Mustangs. Perfect. Come on, Scorpion. You may fire when ready. No, the sniper, not the anti-missile device. What were you thinking? You just let him shoot you twice in the face for no reason. Crazy masochistic Scorpion with Stormtrooper aim. If that costs us the win, I'm going to be so salty. Yep, if that Scorpion had survived, we'd have won. The game would already be over. Ah, fool of a toque. Why'd you do this to me? Deep breath in, deep breath out, we're okay. This game should totally already be over. You just want to see editing DRN suffer, I know. I hate you all! Alright, come on, what are we picking? I'm tempted by all of these. But I think the most impact we can get is putting an absorption module on our big Scorpion, so that he's even bigger and he lifesteals from our opponent. Sniper forts can be fun, but we're using them as a front line, I don't want to give up the health. This is endgame, we're going to push to temporary range. 600 left over. He's lost his anti-missile devices. Do we think he'll rebuy them for a 3rd time? I don't think he will, so I think we go fire for sure. Try and burn his Mustangs to cinders, and sweep away some of that chaff so our Scorpions can have a clear line of sight. Some extra fangs protecting our second fort, in case he gets spicy with lots of Scorpions. And then what? Let's get some more fangs. Protect these midline tanks. Speaking of which, let's punish with a missile. See if we can pick his formation apart from the midline. Because why not? We had 50 left over. Right, I'm happy with this. Let's see what he's thinking. Ooh, acid on the Scorpion's a good choice. Great versus big units because it does 3% max health damage per second to any unit that's standing in it. Hopefully our fire can do some work on those Mustangs. Oh, he doesn't have anti-missile devices, perfect. Oh, and he's taken range in his Scorpions as well to match ours, so now his are bigger than ours. That's going to make the lives of our fortresses and Scorpions very tough. Oh, I don't think our fire's made as much of a difference as his acid did. We're falling behind on board, and that's even with a missile. We have problems. Come on, Stormcrawlers. No, it's not going to be enough. Ouch, we are struggling all of a sudden. One lost round and there goes half our health. We need some good stuff. Ooh, 3 units again. What's good versus his board? It's got to be the steel balls. We're going to go mechanical division on them to get a second wave of chaff that pop into existence right in front of his units. Should buy our phoenixes and stormclaws a bit more time to get the job done. Let's get some more Scorpions. We want to be the ones in the driving seat here. And then we've got a bombard. We can pick a side to kill. Let's kill this side, it's his strong side. We really want to catch these Mustangs. Ooh, no, let's just adjust this slightly. He's going to shield the midline this time because we just missiled. He might even try missiling us. But these steel balls will give us a second wave of chaff, so I'm not too worried. We need a bit more chaff over here. And these guys can go here. 100 left over. What is worthy of us spending 100 on? These Stormclaws are our biggest hitters right now. But we also need these tower upgrades. They're so cheap and efficient. We should have picked them up ages ago. Yeah. Ooh, I forgot. We haven't pushed yet. Plus 200, just what we needed. Let's get the attack up and then get Stormcallers their level up as well. I would have liked to have leveled the fortress, but with the Scorpion spitting out acid, the extra health in the fortress is worth a bit less, and he's already one-shotting everything he shoots at. Here we go. Ooh. Degen Beam Wraiths. Good call, they're very powerful versus Chaff, but our Phoenix should cover it, I would have thought. Really wish we had range on them now. Nice, the Bombard's done a lot of work. Took out a whole set of Mustangs and softened up his big stuff. Ooh, here we go, Wraith's going down, nice. Get rid of that Degen Beam. This Wraith in the middle needs to die, yes, nice. Uh-oh, we've lost a foot. It's all on our Scorpions really now. Can they get the job done? Come on. Ooh, he's admitted defeat and offered the GG. Let's accept. Good game. We were in full control until one bad turn. Whew, that was a closer first game than I was expecting. Can't take anything for granted in a tournament. I think it was the extra Scorpions that made all the difference. Ooh, it shouldn't have been that hard. Oh dear. 600 MMR gap. Haven't played enough this week. I think forts with armor was a bad idea this game. I liked his Wraith play with the Degen Beam, but we were already showing the Phoenix as the counter to it, so they were never going to last that long. The Fire Stormcallers didn't do as much as I'd hoped. 70 kills, 60 kills sounds impressive, but they were there for the whole game. Well, the second round onwards. But he was very diligent in buying anti-missile devices. Though once we got to destroy them, that was just money in the bank for us. His formation was a little bit too close together, everything was a bit packed in, so our splash damage weapons got to do quite a lot of work. He's very boxed in, I probably should have flanked. It's pretty tough though with the sniper and an arc light waiting for you. The Scorpions were good, but we probably should have had these ones in the middle a little bit further apart. In the round we lost, they were shooting at the same targets as each other sometimes, and they shoot so slowly that you can't afford to waste bullets like that. Our anti-chaff was a little bit light with only 3 sets of tanks, but he didn't play much chaff so we didn't need too many of them. I'm glad I wasn't completely reliant on our tanks to kill the Mustangs, otherwise as soon as the Scorpions came down we'd have been hammered. Probably should have made better use of our crawlers, could have gone underground tech on them as soon as we went fire. But to be honest, there wasn't that much happening with the crawlers. He had so much chaff clear that the biggest difference was when we got these steel balls with the mechanical division, so we could repopulate the front line with our 3rd or 4th chaff layer. Once these Scorpions destroyed our steel balls, the next set of crawlers pop out. It makes it very hard for the Scorpions to do their job at giant killing, and bought our Scorpions bags of time to pick off other stuff. His problem here was he lacked depth in chaff, and the Mustangs can kind of half fill the role, until all of a sudden they can't, and it's just wipeout. We probably shouldn't have gone fire on the Stormcallers, because I don't think it actually killed many of the Mustangs, and instead was giving our own chaff problems. And he'd shown a tendency to buy anti-missile devices, which means we're going to get less value from our Stormcaller upgrades. So we probably should have left them without any upgrades. It's hard to make that call in mid-game though, when you see Mustangs you think fire, but late game it's not really a viable solution, particularly when war factories can arrive. We needed range on the Phoenixes, not shields. I bought the shields because of the storm potential, and the shields are okay versus snipers, but really his Mustangs were shooting down our Phoenixes, and shields are terrible versus Mustangs, on light, squishy units anyway. But yeah, his snipers are outranging our Phoenixes by 40 meters. So the only way we win that is by throwing millions of bodies in front and just value chaff by the bucket load. So many Mustangs. They're not very cost efficient for the damage output, but if you've got enough of them and you can protect them, they'll do work, but unfortunately he couldn't protect them from the bombard, and so we lost. We were lucky to get 2 uses out of bombard and get good value for it, even if the first one was a bit of a whiff. Ooh, only 2 MMR, but almost 1,000 combat power. That's not bad. Slowly catching up with the top of the table players. I think I spend more time editing videos than I do playing the game, unfortunately. Let's see where we're at in the tournament. We are all the way down here, 21st, not too bad. Ooh, I see lots of familiar names down here. There's Choini, our opponent from Wednesday. We've got a lot of work to do if we want to fight our way to the top. Well, thank you for watching as always. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope editing DRN's contributions aren't too obnoxious. And for those folks who've been asking for a bit more detail about rarely seen technologies, I hope this helped. And some of the pop-ups are aimed at people who don't actually play the game, but want to follow along, and I think that's a valuable audience to cater for too. Well, thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next round.